Hi everyone, this is Cherie from Paper Pieces and Leftovers. I had started this video on live, but unfortunately I could not keep going, so I said that I would finish the pieces up for you guys to complete it to see what I did, and I'm doing a voiceover to finish it up. So that color was Icing on the Cake by Catherine Pooler, and I'm going over the color chocolate with a 5mm pom-pom. And this is just so I can get in the smaller spaces instead of using a finger dauber. Once again, always on the glass mat, just because I can control the amount of ink being applied. The reason I'm not going all crazy and going in even further with the Icing on the Cake ink color is because I am going to use the glossy accents. So I just went around it one time, and that's the glossy accents I'm going to apply and let dry off camera, and you guys will see later on in the video. And as you see, I tap off the excess ink before I apply it to the bow that goes on Frannie's hair. This file is Marjorie Ann Designs Franklin and Frannie S'mores. Since I said I would do video or videos, I'm not sure yet, of the piecing, just to help anybody. If you guys got it, I gave you the heads up I was going to get it and put it together. So I'm going around the bow with the pom-pom, the same one I used on my chocolate, same color, Icing on the Cake by Catherine Pooler. I did the bear, I did Frannie on the video of YouTube Live. So now I'm just doing all the accessories. So this color is Craft. And I'm using Sandcastle by Catherine Pooler, which is the same color I use for Franklin and Frannie. And I am going to switch from using this big dauber to a finger dauber because I noticed that the paper was bending a little bit too much for my liking, and I didn't want it to ripple, wrinkle, or crease, or fold or bend. You know how that goes. Especially when you get closer to being done and the piece ends up with a crease. So I'm grabbing my finger dauber and just going right in, and I'm going to go around it, clean it up from the big one. The big one just put too much pressure, so it was bending it. The little one I have a little bit more control of. And I don't believe that this color, which is Craft, K-R-A-F-T, is as thick as far as the weight on the paper as American Crafts or Basil. This paper seemed a little bit thinner, so I had to be a little bit more careful with it. Now I am going to emboss this paper off camera. You guys will see when I bring it back on. And I do show that I used a Cricut Cuttlebug Swiss Dots. It doesn't have to be that brand, but I did use Swiss Dots on it. I just went all the way around, tried to get it as even as possible, but not trying to keep it perfect because it is supposed to give the vision of being nice and warm and cooked. That's what s'mores are, right? So I got those how I wanted them. I'm going to set them aside. And now I believe, yes, the Versa Magic I pulled out, and I use this one all the time. This I go around my whites with. I'm only going around the white on her bow, and I did go around the white on the s'more, the marshmallow. I did not like it, so I changed it. Look at this, guys. This is why my brain overthinks. So I had went through with the blue like I do on every white piece I've ever done, but it just looked like too clean of a marshmallow for me. So I got a blending brush. I get them from Amazon in packs of 12. And I get the color-coded ones, which are brown, purple, yellow, etc. And that's just so I know what ink color is going on it. But I just like, now I'm doing the edges. But I just like that it looked like a marshmallow does. There's my embossing folder. I had already embossed it because I had to do this video in fragments just because my shoulder and my neck were being quite bothersome. But I said I would get it done, so here it is. And that's why I'm doing a voiceover, is because it had to go in chunks, and I didn't even record what I was doing as far as speaking. I just went with the motion and did it. So I did have to put a little bit of pressure to get that paper to stick to the embossed paper because those tiny little Swiss dots, they're kind of sharp. There is my glossy accents. I don't know why I bother inking it because you can't see it, honestly. I guess just mentally so I know it's there and it's inked and I didn't forget to do anything. I had seen a little bit of glue on the white. See that little white dot? So I'm gonna go over it one more time, just with the blending brush. I'm debating whether I'm gonna take something with circles and stamp it over, even the end of a finger dauber and maybe a cap, a lid, but I'm not sure. That might just be a bit too much extra for me. So I glued the bottom of the graham cracker down first, and then the chocolate. There's a little groove on the chocolate, a round part on the sides, and the top graham cracker piece does cover those. If you see them, they're on the left and the right. I just lined them up where they were with the top of the white of the marshmallow. And now I'm going to apply the top graham cracker to it. But these papers didn't have any kind of texture, and it's funny because I cut out another set and the set has holes in it. I wish they would have did it to all of it, but they didn't, but we can always fix it. So I went ahead and applied that. I'm using my felt bone folder from Amazon just to go over it. And I did put those links in another video that I did, I believe on the YouTube live video, just so everybody could see. And I'm gonna glue her on. I'm just gonna set her hands on at the end, just because I'm not sure what I'm doing, if I'm gonna use them or not. But so you guys got the gist of what she looked like with her hands on her little legs. But she went together easy, as you guys can see. It didn't take too long. And there's the finished product. Thanks for following. Have a good day and enjoy the rest of your week.